Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your ear.
Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building that made my wife's Christmas already happy.
Word.
Miss Karen Civil.
Young Oprah in the flesh.
Hi.
That's right. Karen Civil got me to connect on some exclusive items that won't be released for a long time.
Rich people stuff?
Yeah, rich people stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, now she's like emailing me every week, like, hey, I was like, I do not have envy money. I was like, I am not purchasing this. So now it was like $600 nail polish. I'm forwarding everything to you.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I'll take it all. You know, Christmas is coming around, so wifey loves that type of stuff.
Okay, now let's ask the first question because we know what you do. You know, but tell people, what does Karen Civil do? Because people always say, what does Karen Civil do?
Turn the mic a little, Karen.
So
there you go.
My friend Steve, my business partner Steve, gave me a great name for it. He said, you are like a cultural artisan. So basically, I have my website. You know, I have my digital marketing agency that's for artists who necessarily don't like to be on the internet, but they need to have a presence and how to connect your online with your offline. So for that, we have Young Jeezy, Pusha T. We worked with Mary J. Blige. We worked with Mark Echo, and just a slew of different people.
Right.
And then, you know, just the relationships. I worked at Beats by Dre. I was the social media marketing director, and then I did all the influence and lifestyle stuff. So basically, architecting this culture together, making things move, and just doing what I want.
And
Nice.
You started off as an intern.
Yeah, I
For
started off.
Angie Martinez, right? Or Flex? Which one?
I started off. Well, I entered Angie Martinez's apprentice contest.
Okay.
Really?
So yes, I sent her an email. Her intern at the time, Mike, emailed me back, and he said she liked what you wrote to come up. It was like 100 people. It went to 30, then went to 15, then it went to 10, then it went to 3. And then I didn't make it because she thought I was like too quiet or something. She picked somebody else.
So you had to go get all the types of crazy stuff. They were scavenger hunts and all that stuff.
Yeah, they made us do a lot of things. Go to the Bronx Zoo,
That was
take a
mini,
photo.
That was mini hazing over there.
It was, but it was, to me, it was worth it because it separated who really wanted it from who didn't. So I didn't get the position with her, but then Flex team called me probably like 2 weeks later and asked me to intern with him. So it honestly, I feel like it started with Ange, and then it went on to
Damn,
Flex.
you were over there before I was over there. I wasn't even over there then.
So you was just a young girl sitting at home in Jersey listening to the radio, and you heard about the program?
Yep, I got up, I was like, let me give it a shot. Let me write from my heart. Let me see what happens. The only thing that'll change is they won't respond. I'll go back to my regular life. It'll be whatever. It's not going to hurt me to try. So
Wow.
that's just what I kept telling myself.
And then you
When
moved
it worked
to L.A. What made you move to L.A.?
out. I moved to LA after, it was like when All-Star Weekend was in LA. So Beats by Dre invited me to their gifting suite. And this was like before, like with urban bloggers, companies really want to work with you.
Right.
So I was like, why do they want me to come to the gifting suite? For what?
You thought it was a setup. You thought
I was like, for what?
Like, what did I write about Dr. Dre? Uh-oh.
Yeah, and, I just used like my regular iPod headphones. I wasn't really big on everything, so I didn't understand it like that. And I was like, you know what, let me go. So then, they let me make a custom headphone. And while I was there, I was like, well, I have some other friends who I think would appreciate this. I was like, let me make one for Wayne. I made one for J. Cole as well. And then they gave me a whole bunch of product. And I was like, well, I don't need all this stuff. So anytime I did interviews or any time I went to the studio with somebody, I gave them the headphones. And I would like take a picture and I sent it back to this girl, Jessica, who worked there. And Jessica would forward the emails to Omar, who is the senior VP of marketing. And he emails me and he was just like, well, how are you doing all of this? I said, I know people. He said, like, you're not paying them? It was like, why would I pay them to wear your product? It's just, I give it to them. Like, I have relationships with people.
Right.
It's just organic. People love me. What do you want me to do? So then he was like, we like everything that you're doing. He saw all the stuff that I was doing with Wayne while he was incarcerated, and they offered me a job. And I was just like, I don't know if I want to move. I like Jersey. I like where I am. I was very, like, content with my situation. But then I sent him a list of stuff. I was like, if they say yes to this, then I'm going to move. Like, I was just like...
They met all your demands.
Yeah, but they were just like...
Sure.
Just so outlandish. Like, but then I did it. I sent it over, and then
Give
he
me
said,
a demand.
yeah.
What was outlandish? Because you're not an outlandish person to me, Casey.
No, it was
so
just like, it was like, I wanted my car shipped on a closed flatbed truck. I was like, I wanted because I loved Uggs at the time. It's a Jersey thing. I was like, I wanted all my Ugg boots shipped FedEx next day. It was just like stupid stuff.
And they said yes.
Yeah,
and he's like, damn it, I should ask for more.
I was just, I thought about that later. I was just like,
so you didn't really want the job if you was asking for all that stuff.
I kind of did because it was just like I was in a place where I was comfortable. You know, this was like, I think Wayne got out. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to work with him. I'm going to just, do my site and whatever. But then I realized, you know what, maybe I got to try something new.
Right.
Like, why not?
Talk about the Wayne thing. He was instrumental in the KC movement.
With Wayne, which was incredible. I met Mac Main. I forget which birthday it was. But I was in Miami. And me and him met on South Beach. And I was like, hey, you have all this talent on the roster. There's no one out there really pushing it or helping. Just let me know. I'm in New York. I have all these relationships with people. So just let me know if you need help. And he was like, okay, I'll hit you up. I didn't ever think he was. He actually did. He was like, yeah, we got this artist by the name of Tyga. And I was like, okay. So then he and Tyga came to New York. We did their whole little press run. Then worked with everyone else, and then it was like Nicki, and then helping on all the social digital front stuff and helping with Wayne stuff. So then when Wayne got incarcerated, Mac was like, he's getting all these letters. It was a weekend,
right? And
he got like 1,000 letters already, and he was like, well, he wants people to know that he's okay, and he can't necessarily write everyone back. So we got to figure out what this is because it needs to be something. We just don't know. So then I just thought of the idea of Weezy Thanks You. And I said, this is a place where he can update fans on what he's doing. He still had the Rebirth album coming out. He can promote his album. And it'll still keep him in the public eye. And no one's doing this, and this will really put him on the social digital front. So Mac and Wayne were like, yeah, let's do it. So then he would mail me the letters. He would respond back to maybe like 100 fans. So you would have to go to the website to see if he responded to you.
Dope.
So I think we launched it I think it was Mother's Day. I think it was Mother's Day Father's Day. And he wrote an endearing letter to his kids. He let everyone know he was okay. And yeah, it really went from there. That was
you
the
managed
first
Mac
time.
Main too, right?
I don't manage him. Me and him just have a relationship. We're cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just like, he's president of Young Money, but me and him just continue to work together because he's instrumental in a lot of things happening.
Who do you manage? You manage Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah, me and 2 other people. We have a management team. We're all partners in making this Nipsey thing go because he's a very intelligent guy. So when I did a Civil TV interview with him, because I've known him for a couple of years now. So I did a Civil TV interview with him, and he sent me a link to something that happened in Philly about a cheeseburger place. They were doing a Philly cheesesteak for $100. He was like, what do you think about this?
Geno's,
I was
right?
like, I think that's what it was.
Geno's.
I was like, I'm not standing in line, and I think this is stupid. And he was like, well, I want to do this with my album. And he broke it down to me, and I was like, why don't we do 50? Let's do 50. He was just like, no, let's see what happens. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens, and we'll go from there. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever you need. That's what I'm like. Whatever you need from me, I'm here to help. So then we put out the little content piece, and he put it out, and it did incredible. And I texted him. I was like, I'm never gonna doubt you again. And then from there, me, him, my business partner Jorge, and someone else, we just started working together, and it just made sense. Everything he told me he wanted, I was like, I can make it happen for you. And that's what it started from. He was like, well, I want to do Forbes. I said, okay. He's like, I want to be on 106 in Park, but I don't want to rap. And I don't have a new song. I said, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but we're going to make it happen. And made it happen, and we've been working together collectively.
Well, Karen, if you're just
then.
making dreams come true, I want my own island, man. And I want to call it Envy Island, and I want to walk around butt-ass naked.
The thing with Nipsey, right? Somebody just asked me the other day, they said, how come Nipsey hasn't, they say he's eating, but why isn't he how YG's bubbling? Why isn't Nipsey on that level yet?
I mean, YG has a #1 R&B record out with Jeremiah right now, and it's his time. Nipsey is working. He's working on his album, and this is something he's been talking about for a couple of years, but he's finally getting ready to put it out. And this is YG's turn.
He got a lot of big news coming up with Nipsey. I got a chance to fly. We were going to Houston, and we were on the same flight for, I think, 3.5 hours. So we spoke the whole flight. So he told me He got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline that he's going to start announcing in a
Were you
little
really
bit.
talking to him or doing the envy talk where I was trying to kill
Yep,
time?
what's
Now,
up?
Nipsey's the homie.
Okay,
Nipsey's
cool.
the homie. I know him before this. Nipsey's the homie.
All right, now let's talk about this book, because Karen Civil does have a book coming out November 10th
Yeah.
through the Cash Money imprint.
Yes, which I'm excited. That was
Live Civil.
Yeah, it's Live Civil, 5 ways of unlocking your potential, and
Living your purpose, which is
living
very
your
important.
purpose. Yeah, because more than anything, young women email me all the time, like, how do you do what you do? What gives you the courage? Where do you find the strength? And I'm just narrowing it down to 5 specific things and just what works for me
Right.
and what eventually will work for you. Hopefully it'll work for you and you can take this and you can use it in your everyday life. It's not just about, entertainment space. It doesn't matter what career path you choose. Hopefully these words of encouragement will help you too.
Give us one tool.
No, it's going to be in the book.
Yeah, all in the book?
In the
Yeah,
book.
it's gonna
Okay.
be in the book.
Now, you did
It's gonna
something
be in the
special in
book.
Haiti.
Yes.
Now, what did you do in Haiti?
So for my 30th birthday, we did the groundbreaking for the Live Civil Project Play World Park. And I'm really excited. It's through this program called ProDev. And these kids did not have a park at the school. They had a basketball court that we're going to hopefully work on fixing as well. This playground is going to be for the community. It's going to be for the kids at this school. And I'm just excited because this school is like a private school,
Right.
but at the same time, they don't charge the parents. They're paying out of pocket for everything, and then they eventually send these kids to college. So I love everything that ProDev is doing. I love what Sow a Seed is doing. So it just made sense to give back there. I was thinking between, because I was raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and Haiti, and I was like,
Oh, you were raised in the hood in Elizabeth, huh?
yeah.
There's no
and-
nice spot in Elizabeth?
No, Elmore section.
Okay.
It's kind of nice.
Okay, all
You
right.
still got time to do something in Elizabeth. You
No,
got it.
I am. I was thinking of buying, where you clean up the street or something, and it says this street is cleaned by whatever. So I may do one of those, or
You can buy Jersey Girls. They closed that, man.
oh yeah, that was your spot.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lady L.
A
That
lot,
was your
a
spot.
lot of strippers have not eaten since Jersey Girls closed.
No, but there's Cinderellas, right?
Yeah.
But L would give the badly built strippers a chance, man. The ones who can't make no
I
money
love
nowhere
L.
else.
All right,
Yeah.
enough about the dances, guys.
And you're also the Sow a Seed U.S. ambassador, right?
Yeah, and they are a Miami-based Haitian American organization of young professionals, and it just made sense for me to work with them first because I love their initiatives. They're all about helping orphans in Haiti, and it works perfect for me. I just love everything that Claudia and Melissa and them are doing.
Now, you're a young girl in Jersey. Did you see all of this then? Did you see yourself doing all these things?
No,
What did you want to do?
it's weird because I felt like growing up in Elizabeth, you had options of not even marriage. You get a baby father, you have a job, and that's it.
Become a stripper.
Yeah, well, I don't.
I'm just
Yeah, I
joking. Go
guess.
ahead.
But it's it wasn't even the potential of getting married and moving out and doing certain things. But I never fit in anyway. Kids did not like me. And
Why?
it's
Because you
weird.
could read?
No, it's just it's just growing up in elementary school. Before it was okay to be of West Indian descent or something else. It was you were just if you weren't black or white, you were made fun of.
Oh, yeah. We heard this kid on the Fugees album.
Yeah, so it's just you were HBO and all kind of names. But then I ain't fit in with the Haitian kids because the Haitian kids were in a special class, and then the black kids ain't like me. So
Why were the Haitians in a special class?
because they didn't really speak English.
Oh,
Should have moved to
gotcha.
Queens Village. I was from Queens Village. It was nothing but Haitians.
Yeah.
I was the outcast in Queens Village.
Isn't it weird how they used to tease Haitians? Now you have to have a couple Haitians on your team?
Yeah, and now everyone is not even just black or white anymore. Oh, I'm this, I'm that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has a Haitian on the team.
So you didn't fit in.
I didn't fit in, and going into high school, people just did not like me. I was okay with that. I really wasn't, but I had learned to deal with it, and I just realized this wasn't my end-all, be-all being here. So when I got the opportunity to move to LA, I didn't understand why I got my first place in Elizabeth anyway, but I was like, you know what? It's time to go. It's time to move on.
How could you not like Karen Civil? What did they not like about you?
No, Charlamagne started a rumor about you.
What was the rumor?
Charlamagne told everybody that you were dating O'Malley.
No, I did not.
Oh my
no,
gosh,
no, no,
I'm
no,
not.
no, no.
I am not
I did
dating
not
O'Malley.
No, what
I
I
think
said
Ange
was,
said that. I am
what
not
said
dating
was,
O'Malley.
I was like, yo, y'all know Karen Civil date O'Malley? That's what I said in this room.
Yeah, Angela called me and said that I am not dating O'Malley. My boyfriend, I guess because they have
They have
similar
a- they're
beards.
Listen, you know,
Yeah.
so Wayno was up here one day. Wayno's showing us.
Shout out to Wayno.
Wayne, I don't know how you came up, and I go, yeah, she dating O'Malley, and Wayno goes, nah, man, she cheating on my man. And I'm like, what you mean? So he goes to your page, we see the dude. I'm like, that's O'Malley. He goes, no, man, that's my dude. I forgot his name, but
yeah, Dean. No, it's not O'Malley. A lot of people leave comments like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm like, I'm not dating O'Malley.
You on Instagram with the helicopters and the champagne?
Oh, that was so nice. That was so nice. That was for my birthday. He's such a sweetheart.
That's a proposal. That ain't just a birthday.
I know. People were like, oh, did you get engaged? I'm like, no, we just had some cake.
There you go. There you go.
All right, tell us about the Live Civil Tour, visiting schools all across the country.
So I'm in New York because I'm at NYU, and it's basically goes back to just so many girls hit me on Twitter, on my email, on Instagram. So this is my way of gathering, not even just women, just people in general who want to find their purpose, who want to figure out what they want to do with their careers. So we sit, we have a conversation, we have dialogue. I help them, we learn from each other, and hopefully everyone is learning from each other in the room. We make those connections, and then it's helping them with their career.
Did you go to college?
I went, and then I stopped because I got my internship with Flex.
Got you.
Yeah.
What school?
Union County.
Okay.
And then I said to myself, if it doesn't work out with Flex, then I can always go back. But my plan is to, after this is said and done, is to go back because both my brothers graduated. So I have to make sure that...
Mama can't talk about you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What do you tell kids? Because I didn't go to college either, and it's hard. Like me and
But she didn't sell crack, though.
I know. When me, Envy, and Angela go speak, and they'll be like, they went to school, whatever. But I didn't go to school. My route was different. I had an internship like you did. So what do you tell?
I tell them everyone's purpose is a little bit different. At the time when I was in college, I knew I wanted to do digital media and like marketing and something in social. That wasn't available to me. So that's the reason why, like, I didn't necessarily want to go right then and there. I said, but now you have so many options, you have so many choices, and you can build so many relationships. It's just like society is caught up with the times and things that are happening. So it was different when I went to school.
One thing I also noticed about you too, you always seem to have your finger on the pulse of what's next. Like I see pictures of you early with Drake and Big Sean and J. Cole before these guys even pop off. It's like y'all sitting around eating popcorn, playing Candy Crush.
It's honestly just about like being out and seeing certain people and having the dialogue and it's just naturally who I am and it happens to work. I get that a lot. And they're like, well, how did you know this person or you know this person? I'm like, when artists come to me, you know, and they're very open with their craft and who they are, and I know they're not trying to use me or do certain things. They just respectively want my opinion. You know, I keep that dialogue. I'm like, I'm here. If you need my platform, if you need something, let me know, and I'm here to help.
What's your ultimate goal?
The ultimate goal is to continue building, you know, for Karen Civil is to continue building the whole Live Civil platform. Because it started out as, you know, a sister site to my hip-hop site. And it was just supposed to be beauty, fashion, lifestyle. But now, you know, there's so many people out there who are trying to figure out their purpose, who want to figure out what they want to do in life, and I'm just giving them another avenue. You know, we have I think it's the Hip Hop Sisters with MC Light, you know, We Network, and just giving you something else. So there's so many different avenues if you want to figure out your career. And then business wise, you know, marketing and digital is something that's naturally easy to me, and it's something that I love. So I want to continue to build and grow that. We're doing some, which I'm excited to hopefully will announce in a couple of weeks or months, with the Marathon Agency with Nipsey. He's doing some incredible things. So he's going to be the first person that will take from being a hip-hop artist to just being, you know, a brand and a businessman.
No TV or radio? No TV or radio?
Eventually. I got to work on, you know, I'm a little shy sometimes, so I got to work on that.
Was it always sweet?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have more down days than you do up. But I have this little trick now that I do. So before I go to bed, to stay in like a positive outlook, I am thankful for 5 things. So those 5 things I write down in my notebook, and that's the last thing I think about before I go to bed. Because usually we have the notion of I can't believe this person did that. They didn't call me back. They played me. We go to sleep on a negative thought.
Right.
So I don't even want to do that. I go to bed on a positive thought. I wake up. I play my brain game. I have my powerful Katy Perry Raw song that I listen to every morning, and I start my day.
Okay.
So I just try to look at everything as the glass is half full, but it was far from easy. More tears than they were joy.
Sound like you just gave away a tool from the book.
Yeah, there you go.
You've been begging for it. Well, we appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping through.
Thank you. I'm
Karen
sad
Civil.
Ange wasn't here.
I know, man. But I always enjoy your energy, Karen Civil.
Thank you.
Really, you're one of the people that inspire me just watching you
Thank you.
do your thing.
Like Charlamagne, I will say most people, like, you text, you talk about music and everything that's happening in culture. We talk about books. You're like, did you read this book? You should try this book, which is always great and is very
You're ruining my
refreshing.
image right now. Stop.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want you-
I'm sorry.
You just ruined it.
You
He's
sent me
soft.
pictures of
He's
bad
very
bitches.
soft
I'm
and
sorry.
Sends pictures of puppies and cats.
I'm
My
sorry.
goodness.
I'm sorry. But
Karen Civil is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.